Our next speaker is our keynote speaker, Mae Cendaña Torlakson. And Mae is from the University of California Office of the President. She's the Corporate Partnership Liaison, specifically with the area of diversity and engagement. Mae Cendaña Torlakson conducts research, recommends and implements corporate engagement strategies for mathematics, engineering, science, MESA, and other diversity and engagement programs for the University of California program. She helps encourage students to build their careers and become leaders in the STEM fields, which are science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. As a mother of 2 children, a cyclist, an avid walker, Mae knows how valuable great recreational programs and facilities are to a community. In fact, she also serves as the chair of the Ambrose, California Recreation and Parks District Board and has a passion for giving back to her community. She is married to Tom Torlakson, and we're very honored to have both of them here this evening. She and her husband share common interests in improving education and advancing the park and recreation services. So please welcome Mae Cendaña Torlakson.
Buenas noches already, right? Bonsoir. And in my dialect, Tagalog, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Thank you very much, Susie, for this invitation. I've been asked to share with you my experiences connecting to your theme, Women in Education. I believe that to succeed, one must learn to live and live to learn. I've tried to do that throughout my life and hope my story exemplifies this as well. I grew up in Manila, the capital of the Philippines. My mom was a teacher and my dad was a lawyer and a businessman. After leaving her teaching job, my mom joined my father in his insurance business as a treasurer and the vice president of the company. My mom had the business savvy and my dad was the salesman in the family. Like many middle-class children in Manila, I went to an all-girls Catholic school. It was there and at home that I learned English. My parents encouraged me to sing and perform on stage when I was younger. My mom also encouraged me to teach my younger sisters how to sing, dance, and play the guitar. She was the epitome of a stage mom. She would rehearse me for oratorical contests, made my costumes, and put on my makeup. Sing for auntie! Go show them the new dance steps. She would proudly show off me and my sisters. Unfortunately, my mom did not get to see me perform beyond school events because she died of cancer when I was 16 years old, a year before I graduated high school. My mom's belief in me inspired me. I enjoyed performing through high school and dreamt of becoming a professional singer. My dad, on the other hand, wanted me to become a doctor, like Gustavo, a lawyer, or a nurse. Although he was impressed with my singing, he told me time and time again that entertainment is an unreliable source of income. So, being the rebellious daughter that I was, I had to prove him wrong. It didn't come easy. I auditioned and joined one of the country's top singing groups. I made enough money and paid my own way through college. I usually would be in school from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then do hours of rehearsals non-stop or perform with my band past midnight. Then I would get up again at 5 a.m. and do the same exact routine. I didn't have weekends to enjoy with friends. I was either learning a new song, a new dance, or out on a gig. I remember my mom wanting to travel, and because she had many children, she was limited to where she could go. I was lucky enough to be given this opportunity to travel early on through my singing. Singing has brought me to many places. I have met people from all different walks of life and diverse cultures. After a year in college, I stopped formal schooling for 6 months to travel and sing with my band. I'm convinced that what I learned in my travels to Japan, Australia, Thailand, Hong Kong, and Singapore changed me as a person. I learned 5 important things during the time that have stuck with me to this day. 1, I learned to be responsible. I managed my own finances and worked hard to pay for the things I wanted and needed. 2, I learned to be independent. I learned to take some risks. I took the subway, the ferry. I got lost in the bus line. And then I learned how to actually read a map. Then I learned how to deal with different kinds of people. I learned that there are good people and there are bad people in this world. And there will be times that you have to trust your gut and give some people the benefit of the doubt. But if you make a mistake trusting some people, you can either forgive and forget, or you can forgive, period, and move on. 4th, I learned how to be flexible. I learned that one has to know how to go with the flow, to work with what is available. And lastly, I learned how to negotiate and bargain for what I wanted. These were life lessons that my mom would have wanted to teach me if she hadn't left this world so young. At her deathbed, she told my dad to take care of me. She somehow knew that I would have talents to go to places. But she also knew that I needed to learn in school and away from school to learn more about life. When I returned after my 6-month stint, I transferred to the University of the Philippines and graduated with a degree in tourism. I was a full-time student while working as a part-time singer. Later, I embarked on a solo career. At 20, I had a recording contract and was offered to travel again. I had to be away from my family for a while. Upon my return, I had to renegotiate my life one more time. You see, in entertainment, you have to be seen all the time. And since I was away for some time, people forgot about me. I needed to reinvent myself. I learned new skills that I used to my advantage. I learned to speak conversational Japanese while I was away. I learned how to write a script, design women's clothes, and manage a business of my own. I was exposed to many situations that taught me many other skills. These jobs were opportunities given to me at different times of my life. I learned a lot about myself and appreciated my strengths. And guess what? All these jobs, they put food on the table. My life changed again when I was given the opportunity to move to the US. At that time, the new thing to learn was how to use a computer. I studied word processing and learned WordStar. Does anyone know what WordStar is? We'll show your age, there you go. It's the mama of Microsoft Word, or maybe the grandmama. Thanks to WordStar, I started as a typist in my first corporate job. As a single mom with 2 kids, I wanted to find a better life for my children and me. I needed to find a job that would sustain our family. I used my college education and all of my experiences to get to where I am today. I am so thankful that my parents believed in education and that I could pass on to my children that belief. They inspired me to have the determination to finish college. They also inspired me to keep learning and gain new skills outside the classroom. It is because of them that I'm always thirsty to learn something new. I took evening classes and weekend classes in a variety of subjects. Anything that would challenge my brain, from entrepreneurship to making sushi. I even learned aerobics, and I have a certified I'm a certified instructor. Even to this day, in my work with the University of California, I take professional development classes whenever offered. For many years, my daughter's dream was to study at the University of California, Berkeley. She did, and my son later on followed her footsteps. I supported their dreams, so I am very, very proud of their own hard work and determination. Today, they are both Cal Berkeley graduates and successful in careers they love. And today, I'm no longer singing or part of a band, but I'm still doing something I love. Today, in my work with Mesa, I help students succeed and excel in science, technology, engineering, and math, also called STEM. I look for resources to help them fulfill their dreams. And it pleases me to see these students from low-income families that are not historically attracted to STEM fields aspire to higher education. And to see them succeed in getting their degrees, something I know my parents would be proud to see. Many students of our program are now engineers and computer scientists. Some have become accomplished in their fields. One example, California's Secretary of State, Alex Padilla, who is an engineer and a very successful politician, elected official. And NASA astronaut, Jose Hernandez, whose Mesa teacher encouraged him to stay in school. So Gustavo, there's a Mesa Center in Sac State. Our K-12 data shows that Mesa serves 54% boys and 46% girls. But in higher education, the number of females dropped. And so there are less undergraduate women in STEM than men. This is the gap that my colleagues and I at the university are trying to close. We would like to increase the number of women in STEM, and I'm working every day to make that happen. Today, in addition to my Mesa work, I am proud to be the first Filipina to be elected to public office in Contra Costa County. 10 years ago, I moved to the Delta town of Bay Point, and I had the desire to see a waterfront trail and park, and I've always liked working with the youth. So I started volunteering at Bay Point's Ambrose Recreation Park District. I was encouraged to run for a seat at the district for the board of directors. I ran, I was elected, and have been serving on the board for the past 9 years, being the top vote getter in all 3 elections. I am currently the chair of the board and have served as chair in the past. I'm honored to be serving my community, both in my work with Mesa and chair of the Park District Board. And I know it is my life experiences, my education, and the skills and experiences I gained in and outside of the classroom that has brought me here today. So, what's the bottom line of my story? Don't stop learning. Always push yourself to learn new things. Learn to take risks, but be responsible for them. Learn from your mistakes, and then move on. Be flexible. I am thankful for the inspiration and support my mom gave me to accomplish my dream of becoming a singer. I am thankful that my dad challenged me to stay in school. My parents taught me that education is the best investment in your life. I am very thankful to have a partner, a husband, with whom I share the same passion in education. We learn from each other, and we help each other to learn. To be successful, you have to be willing to learn and use what you've learned to get ahead. You have to learn to live and live to learn. Thank you very much.